Valentine's Day is quickly approaching, and I've realized again that I don't have anything really for my wife. A woman puts up with crap that she should not have to, and maybe she should have something kind of nice or cool, or at least something personal. Now, being as broke as I am and not having any money, I'm probably going to have to make her something. So, what do I got that's shiny? A couple pieces of aluminum. What other skills do I have? Well, I'm pretty good at carving, so how about I carve her something out of the shiny stuff? Girls like shiny stuff, right? Okay, so we got 2 pieces of aluminum. What are we going to make out of these? Well, looking through Facebook and other things, I've seen this thing of 2 people hugging. Okay, well, we got 2 pieces of aluminum, 2 people hugging. Let's make 2 people hugging and see how it turns out. Yeah, hopefully it turns out, and if it doesn't, well, we can always melt it down and hide it and nobody will know. Well, except for you guys in this video, but anyways, let's get on this. Take a pen. Just happen to have a pen here. Let's draw a person. Their head here, and their arms kind of coming down off there in a bit of a hoop, so it looks like they're hugging. And then we'll give them a body and some legs. Does that look kind of proportionate? Kind of look like a body and some legs and some arms and stuff. Well, it'll give us a rough idea of where the material is that we're going to have to hog out of here. Now, I don't have a whole lot of fancy carving tools, especially for aluminum. Lots of carving tools for wood. Do a lot of chainsaw carving, so give us just a bit of a rough estimate here of what we need to chop out, and we'll start cutting. Probably have to use a grinder for a lot of this. Grinding aluminum is okay if you keep it nice and cool and don't plug up the wheels too much. They make special grinding wheels specifically for aluminum, but I don't really have one, so yeah, use what you got, make what you want. This is what we're going to do. We'll see how it turns out. Kind of sort of looks like the rough idea of a person. Whack out the stuff that isn't in the right spot and go from there. We got a grinder and some aluminum. Now let's start doing something with it and see what we end up with. Stop and cool it down every once in a while, otherwise the aluminum gets kind of smeary and your hands get kind of hot. So yeah, that's what we got to do. I've moved myself to a slightly more comfortable position for carving because I don't really want to feel like a bag of you-know-what at the end of the day, and this is probably going to be a bit of a process, so here we go. So I kind of treat my carving the exact opposite as I do building my weird machines. Whatever this is gonna be is already in here, and I just have to take away the stuff that isn't what it is. Now on my machines, I have to find whatever it's gonna be laying around out here and put it together to be something. So yeah, it's exactly the same except opposite. As you can hear in the background, we don't usually do a whole lot of editing on these Hillbilly Voodoo videos because we got the squirrels chirping and the ducks quacking and all that other stuff. So we got her starting to get carved out here. You can see the start of head and shoulders and such. Now I think I'm going to move to my Dremel with a little carbide cutter on it and start chewing away at it a little bit with that thing. Not because it's particularly better or anything, but because the sound of the grinder is kind of grinding on my brain. So we'll switch to a different sound. Definitely a lot quieter, but the little metal burrs and shavings that come off are rather unpleasant when they're poking in you, but gotta do what you gotta do. Now we got our shiny, happy little buddy here whittled down a little more, starting to look more like a people. We'll keep working away at it here. Just a little bit of a progress update. Don't quite know how it's gonna turn out, but yeah, it's kind of getting there. Got this thing chewed down here to a point where it's looking like a person, the hole and stuff, and I think now that I'll start on the other person to make sure that they all go together before I even start refining the shape and making it look like an actual person. So I'm going to get the other piece of aluminum, start cutting it out, and see what we get out of that one. So does this kind of give you an idea of what I'm trying to do here? We got the little people, that's going to be the other people. Arms are going to go around their head kind of thing. Got to drop all that down, but should kind of give you an idea of where I'm going with it at least. Keep carving away here. The trick is to keep checking, because once you take it off, you can't really put it back on again. Well, they kind of turned out the way I hoped that they would. Two people hugging. Now a little bit of polishing and we'll call that a project. Hopefully she likes it, and yeah, kind of looks cool to me. Look cool to you? We'll polish it up here and we'll show you the final results. Well, there you go. There's our finished project. Bet you hippies wished you'd let me into your art school now, hey? Well, on that note, hope she likes it for her Valentine's present, and until next time, use what you got to make what you want. See you guys later.